Hello, welcome to practice. Thank you so much for being here. For this movement practice, you will need 2 blocks and 1 blanket, and we will go ahead and get started. So I'd like you to begin in Virasana or Hero's Pose. So sitting on your shins, and grab one of your blocks, place it on the middle setting. Middle setting, horizontal, right underneath your seat. Give yourself a little bit of space. And you will be facing the front of your mat. You'll just have your other block towards the front of the mat, so if it's not already there, maybe just slide it forwards towards the front of your mat, and just make sure your blanket is nearby so that you can grab it easily. So let's begin the practice by finding your comfortable seat in Hero's Pose, letting your hands rest somewhere on the lap. If it feels nice, you can close the eyes here as well. Just gonna take about a minute here to just arrive in the space that you're in. So with your eyes closed, you might begin to just imagine your surroundings. And noticing the different sounds you can hear in your space. Eventually coming to notice the breath here as well. Just watching the breath in its natural rhythm. You might start to elongate the breath just a little bit. Taking another deeper inhale and a longer exhale. Letting your awareness come into the body and letting awareness take up space anywhere in the body that feels accessible to you. You might bring awareness into the heart space. Simply watching the heart and the breath together. Feeling the chest expand slightly on the inhale. And following the exhale slowly as it exits the nose. 3 more breaths into the heart space. Begin to extend your arms out to the sides. Let your palms face forward. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Feel the shoulders relax as you exhale. Take another breath in. On the exhale, bring your right arm across your left, and then wrap your left arm underneath your right. Create a hook, and just hug your right arm into the chest. Nice and snug. Feel the right shoulder gently roll down to your mat. Kind of dropping the right shoulder down. You can relax your left hand. Take a breath in. Then take a breath out. Another breath in. And out. Great. Grow the arms out to the sides. Take an inhale. On the exhale, wrap both arms around your chest with the right arm on top. Give yourself a hug. Grab onto the outsides of the shoulders and drop the elbows down. Drop the head all the way. Take a breath in here and out. Keep the arms the same, just lift the elbows up to the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop the elbows back down, drop the head. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift the elbows up to the sky. Exhale, drop the elbows down. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Lift the elbows up. Regrow your arms out to the sides. Take an inhale. And then on the exhale, flip your right palm to face behind you and place your right forearm on the small of your back. Great. Drop your left arm down. You might see if you can grab onto your left arm with your right hand behind you. If not, no worries. You can just place maybe your right hand on your low back. Alternatively, you could even grab onto your shirt if that feels nice. Just make sure the right palm is facing behind you. Feeling into the front of your right shoulder. Find an inhale. And an exhale. Breathing in. As you exhale, optionally, drop your head to your left shoulder. So opening up the right side of your neck. Being really gentle here. Just taking a couple breaths. Bring the head back into center. Bring both hands to the tops of your thighs, and we're just gonna make some shoulder rolls. So shrug the shoulders up to the ears, shrug the shoulders back and down, and just find a rhythm with the shoulders, rolling backwards, letting the circles be nice and big, exaggerated. Switch directions, go the other way. Nice big deep breath in and out. Great, find stillness. We're gonna move through that same little sequence just on the other side. So grow both arms out to the sides. Let both palms face forwards. Really energize your fingertips out. Feel an expansiveness in your chest. Find a breath in. On the exhale, bring your left arm across the chest, hook your right arm underneath the left, and hug the left arm in nice and close. Gently roll your left shoulder down to the mat. So just actively kind of dropping the shoulder down. You can relax your right hand. Try to keep your left hand active. Let's breathe in and out. Inhale and exhale. Great. Re-extend both arms out to the sides. Find an inhale. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Left arm on top of the right. Grab onto the outsides of the shoulders and drop the elbows down, drop the head. On your next inhale, lift the elbows up, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, drop the elbows down, drop the head. Try to keep your core activated as you lift the elbows up, breathing in. Exhale, drop the elbows down. One more. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, drop the elbows. Drop the head. Lift the elbows. Re-extend both arms out to the sides. Now flip your left palm to face behind you and bring your left forearm to the small of your back with the left palm facing out. Drop your right arm down. If it feels accessible to you, grab onto your right arm with your left hand. Otherwise, you can keep the left arm somewhere that feels a little bit more accessible to you. You might just place the back of your left hand on the small of your back to start. Just a couple breaths here. Just feeling the shoulder blades gently pinching together, just really finding an expansiveness in the chest. Find an inhale. As you exhale, drop your head to your right shoulder. Any amount, go slow. 3 breaths here. Bring the head back into center. Just going to release your arms back to your lap. Let your palms face down. We're going to move through another round of shoulder rolls, so you can shrug the shoulders up to the ears, roll the shoulders back. Ready, switch directions. Find stillness with your shoulders. Just notice a warmth in the shoulder joints. Notice your breath here. Take an inhale. And an exhale. We're going to move into a tabletop position. So find your hands and knees. If you want, grab your blanket. Place it underneath your knees. Make sure both blocks are towards the top of the mat. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Flip your fingertips to face your knees and let the fronts of the wrists face forward. Spread through the fingers wide. Begin to rock forwards and backwards. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl the toes underneath the feet. Breathe in, look up. And then on your exhale, drop the head, press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl the toes underneath the feet. Exhale, drop the head, press into the tops of the feet. Look forwards, bring your knees together, bring your feet together, curl all 10 toes underneath the feet. And slowly begin to sit back on the heels as you slowly peel your hands up and away from your mat. Go ahead and give your arms and hands a quick shake out. Great. Bring your palms together at your heart space. Feel your belly engage here. Feel the tailbone drop down. Optionally, bring both arms up overhead and interlock your thumbs. Let your palms face forward. Take your breath in. And a breath out. Sending some breath to the bottoms of the feet. Let's breathe in. And breathe out. Bring the palms together at your heart space. Move forwards and find your tabletop. Untuck the toes. Pat out the tops of your feet on your mat. Great. Flip the fingertips to face your knees once again, this time with your palms facing up. So we're gonna place the tops of the hands on the mat. If this feels like a bit much on your wrists, you can opt out and do one hand at a time. Begin to rock forwards and backwards. If you're doing one hand at a time, just make sure you switch hands at some point. Cat, cow, drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl the toes underneath the feet. Exhale, drop the head, dome the upper spine, press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl the toes underneath the feet. Exhale, drop the head, dome the upper spine, press into the tops of the feet. Drop the belly, look forwards, bring your knees together, bring the feet together, curl all 10 toes underneath the feet. Slowly begin to sit back on your heels, peel the hands up and away from the mat, and give the arms a quick shake out. So you're sitting on your feet, all 10 toes are curled underneath your feet. Feel the belly engage, bring the palms together at your heart space. You can stay here, this is great. Or if you want, you can extend the arms up overhead, interlock the thumbs. Feel your shoulders relax. Find an inhale. And an exhale. Breathing in. And out. Palms together at your heart. Move forwards, hands and knees. Untuck the toes, pat out the tops of your feet. Shake out the feet. All right. On your next inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl the toes underneath the feet. As you exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. If the blanket is underneath you, feel free to put it to the side for now. Come back to that. Spread through the fingers nice and wide. Let there be a nice soft bend in your knees. Release the head. Find a breath in here. And a breath out. Feel free to pedal through the feet if that feels all right. Extending one knee, bending the other. Make sure most of the weight is landing on the insides of your hands. So the thumb, the index finger, the thumb mound. On your next breath in, lift your right leg up behind you. On the breath out, bring your right knee in towards the chest. We're gonna hold here for just a breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Place your right hand down in between both hands. Look forwards, breathe in. And then as you exhale, we're gonna come right into a lizard lunge. Heel toe your right foot out to the side. Turn your right toes to face out. Bend through your right knee nice and deep. Your blocks are there. If you want, place 2 blocks underneath your hands. Any setting that feels supportive. Begin to make some small circles with your hips. Switch directions with the circles. Go the other way. Remove the blocks if you have them. Bring the hands down to the mat. Gently slide your right leg back into downward facing dog. On your next breath in, roll forwards into a plank pose. On your breath out, bend the elbows straight back, lower down to your knees first, and then bring your chest and chin down to the mat. So knees, chest, and chin are touching the mat as well as your toes. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Find a breath in. And then as you exhale, bring the hips down, untuck the chin, and slide your hands out to the outside edges of your mat. Tense up on the fingertips, bend the elbows straight up to the sky. This is modified cobra. So as you breathe in, lift the chest up, look forwards. As you breathe out, roll the chest down. We're gonna do 2 more like that. Inhale, lift the chest up, press into the tops of the feet. Exhale, roll the chest down. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, release. Hands come back underneath the shoulders. Curl the toes underneath the feet. Send your hips back to the heels first, and then up, downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose here. And a long breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, left knee to chest. Hold here, and then step forwards, low lunge. Right away, heel toe your left foot out to the side. So bring both hands on the inside of your left foot. Grab your blocks if you'd like. Up to you. I have my blocks on the low setting here underneath both hands. Open the chest forwards and begin to make some small circles with your hips. Switch directions, go the other way. Nice. Remove the blocks. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Slide your left leg all the way back into downward facing dog. As you breathe in, roll forwards. Drop the hips forwards and down. As you breathe out, drop down to the knees. Bend the elbows straight back. Slowly lower down to your chest and your chin. You might even turn your gaze upwards, almost like you're trying to look in between your eyebrows. Bend the elbows straight up. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Let's breathe in. And breathe out. Relax the hips. Bring the forehead down to the mat. Slide your hands to the outside edges of your mat. Tense up on the fingertips. 3 more rolling cobra poses. As you breathe in, lift the chest, lift the head. Exhale, relax. Forehead comes back down. 2 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Follow your breath here. Inhale, lift up. Strong belly. Exhale, release.
Bring the hands back underneath shoulders, curl the toes underneath the feet.
Bring the hips back to the heels and up, downward facing dog. Begin to walk towards the top of your mat. Take your time. We're gonna land in a standing forward fold at the top of the mat. Let your feet be hips width distance. Place the hands on the tops of the shins. Find a half lift with the spine as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, fold forwards, bend the knees, drop the head. Just let everything kind of relax here. Just feeling the contact your feet are making with the mat. Just letting your hands and arms be where they are. Not forcing anything. Maybe bending the knees just a little bit more. Really relaxing your neck and your head. Great. Grab one of your blocks. Place the block on the middle setting. And then move the block right in between your feet. So kind of creating a triangle with your 2 feet and the block. You're gonna start to bend through your left knee, extend your right leg, and then slowly lift your right arm up, twist to the right side. I'm gonna call this standing forward fold twist. Energize your right fingertips. Feel an opening in the outside of your right leg. You might turn your gaze to face up. Breathe in. Exhale, switch sides. Bring your right hand down to the block. Bend through your right knee this time. Extend through your left. Lift your left arm up. Twist open. Breathe in. And breathe out. Another breath in. Exhale, switch. Inhale, twist, right side. Left leg is bent. Exhale, switch. Inhale, twist. One breath, one movement, keep it going. Follow your breath, right side, breathe in. Exhale, switch. Inhale, twist, left side. Once more on each side. And when you get to your right side, we're gonna pause. With the right arm lifted, find a breath in. And then as you exhale, we're gonna find a half bind. So flip your right palm to face behind you and place your right hand either on your low back, or you might reach for the inside of your left leg. You might even grab onto your shorts or your shirt, whatever you're wearing. It might feel nice. See if you can turn your gaze to face up. It might even be nice to flip the block to the higher setting. Yeah. Flip the block to the higher setting for sure so that your chest can really open up. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Release the bind. Right arm goes back up overhead. Another breath in. Exhale, eagle wrap the arms. Drop your right arm behind your left, and then wrap once at the elbows and then twice at the wrists. We're still in a forward fold. Drop the head down. Bend through the knees, and slowly make your way up to stand. No rush. You're gonna keep the eagle wrapping of the arms. Lift the elbows up overhead. Exhale, drop the elbows down. So same movement that we were making seated when we were giving ourselves that hug. We're just have a different shape with the arms here. So lift the elbows up as you breathe in. Exhale, drop the elbows down. Feel the elbows dragging up and down along the midline of your body. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, drop the elbows, drop the head. Inhale, lift the elbows. And exhale, release the arms completely. Bring both arms up overhead. Bring the palms together. Exhale, mountain pose. Bring both hands on either side of the waist, let your palms face forward. Feel your fingertips energizing down to the earth and feel the crown of the head lifting up to the sky. Just bringing some awareness back to your heart space. Just letting the breath resonate in the heart space here for the next 3 breaths. Bring your arms up overhead. Bring the palms together. Find a breath in. And then as you exhale, fold forwards over your legs. Find a breath in. Place the hands on the shins. Exhale, fold forwards. Drop the head. Bend through the knees. Take a big step back with your left leg. You're going to find a low lunge. Breathe in. Look forwards. As you exhale, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forwards, plank pose. On the exhale, you can lower all the way down to your belly if that's feeling good for you. I'm gonna do chaturanga by bending the elbows straight back. Just lowering an inch or two and then flipping the feet. So the tops of the feet face the mat. Extend the arms, upward facing dog. Lift your chest, pinch the shoulder blades together. And see if you can lift the thighs up and away from the mat. Find a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Warrior 1, spin your back heel down. Bring both arms up overhead. Heel toe your right foot out to the side. Widen the stance. Energize the fingertips upwards. Find a breath in. And find a breath out. Bend through your right knee nice and deep. Feel a little bit of heat building in the legs. Feel your left hip point driving forwards. Find a breath in. And find a breath out. Another breath in here. And out. We're going to drop the arms behind you. Devotional warrior. Interlace all 10 fingers. Begin to extend your arms. Puff up through the chest. Begin to lean back. Great. Extend through your right leg. Lean back even more. Lift the chin. Find an inhale. Exhale, devotional warrior. Rebend through your right knee and drop the right shoulder on the inside of your right knee. Drop the head down here. If it's helpful, step your left foot out to the side to widen the stance. You might even heel toe your right foot out to the side. 3 breaths. Head is heavy. Last breath here, inhale. And exhale. Lift your chest halfway, breathe in. Release the arms forward. Let all 10 fingers drive forwards. You're still keeping the torso halfway lifted. Feel strong in your legs. You got this. Take a breath in. Exhale, lizard lunge. Hands come on the inside of your right foot. Let your left toes face forwards now and bend through your right knee nice and deep. Look forwards, breathe in. Exhale, Malasana, yogi squat. Step your left foot all the way to the outside of your left hand. come into a nice deep squat. We're gonna grab a block. Place the block on the middle setting underneath your seat. Bring your palms together at your heart space and let your elbows rest on the insides of the knees. Just taking a few breaths here in this more restorative version of a squat. Just feeling most of the weight coming into your heels. One more breath in here. And a breath out. Bring your hands down to your mat, standing forward fold. Extend through the legs, heel toe the feet in. Place the hands on the shins, find a half lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold forwards over the legs. Grab your block, place it on the middle setting here to start. Find that triangle with the block and your 2 feet. So the block is in the middle of the 2 feet, just slightly forwards. Right hand comes down to the block. Right leg bends, left arm lifts, standing forward fold, twist. Find a breath in and switch sides. Inhale, right side. And exhale. Inhale, left side. Exhale, switch. Inhale, twist, right side. And switch. Inhale, twist, left side. We're gonna hold here on the left side. Bend through the right knee and find a half bind with your left hand. So flip your left palm to face behind you first, and then place the top of your left hand on your low back, or you might reach for the inside of your right thigh. Now switch your block to the higher setting. Give yourself a little bit more space so that you can really peel your heart up and open. Turn your gaze to face up. Inhale. Optionally, you can release your head here and feel into the side of the neck. Just a couple breaths. Keep gently pushing the right shoulder forwards. One more breath in. Exhale, release the bind. Re-extend the left arm up to the sky, breathing in. Exhale, eagle wrap the arms, drop the left arm and wrap the left arm around the right, once at the elbows, twice at the wrists. Drop the head, bend through the knees, and slowly make your way up to stand with the eagle wrap of the arms. Lift your elbows up, breathe in. Exhale, drop the elbows down, drop the head. Inhale, lift the elbows up, breathing in. Exhale, drop the elbows down. Kind of like cat-cow movements. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, drop the elbows down. Lift the elbows. Unravel the arms completely. Bring both arms up overhead. Bring the palms together. Big breath in. And exhale, mountain pose. Hands come on either side of the waist. Let your palms face forward. Just a couple breaths here to rest in this standing posture. Keeping your belly nice and activated. Keeping your hands active. Bring both arms up overhead. Breathe in. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold forwards over your legs. Bring the hands down to the mat. Bend through the knees. You're gonna take a big step back with your right leg into a low lunge. Look forwards, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll forwards into a plank pose. On the exhale, bend the elbows straight back. Lower all the way or halfway, your choice. Lift right into another upward facing dog. Extend through your arms. We're gonna be here for 2 extra breaths. See if you can engage the belly and see if you can gently pinch your shoulder blades together so that the heart can really open forwards. Downward facing dog as you're ready. Lift your left leg up, breathe in. Exhale, step in between the feet, step in between the hands. Low lunge. Warrior 1, spin your back heel down and bring both arms up overhead, bend through the front knee nice and deep. So warrior 1, really trying to square the hips forward. So you might even bring your hands down to your hips for just a moment. So you can kind of feel your right hip naturally is kind of pulling back. See if you can kind of drive the right hip more forwards. Bend through the left knee even more. Bring your arms back up overhead. Find a breath in. And a breath out. Feel your feet. Feel your back foot. One more breath in. And out. Prepare for devotional warrior. Drop both arms behind you. Interlace all 10 fingers, opposite thumb on top. Extend through the arms, lift the chest. Now, extend through your front leg. Begin to lean back, finding a little back bend here. Lift the chest, lift the chin, find an inhale. Exhale, devotional warrior, rebend through your front knee and send your fist forwards. Heel toe your left foot out to the side. You might step your right foot out to the side as well. Give yourself a little bit more space. Drop the head here. 3 deep breaths. Drop your fists backwards and lift the torso halfway. Hold here. Extend the arms. Reach towards the front of the room. Find a big breath in. Exhale, lizard lunge. Hands come on the inside of your left foot. Turn your right toes to face forwards. Turn your left toes to face out. Breathing in. Exhale, yogi squat. Step your right foot up wide and grab your block. Up to you. If you want the block to be on a lower setting, switch to a lower setting. If you want to ditch the block and just take the squat without, feel free to do that as well. 3 breaths here. Reconnecting to your breath. Bring your hands down to your mat. Heel toe the feet inwards. Place the hands on the shins. Find a half lift with the spine. Breathe in. Exhale, fold forwards, drop the head. We're gonna hang out here for a few extra breaths. It might feel nice to loop your peace fingers around your big toes. You might like to bend the elbows out to the sides. Maybe drop the head in. One more breath here. I'm gonna heel toe the feet out to the sides once again and gonna come back into a squat. So this time, definitely have your block on the low setting underneath your seats. We're not gonna be here for too long. So just sit up nice and tall for a breath in. And then on the exhale, transition to a reverse tabletop. Bring your hands behind you. Heel toe your feet inwards. Let all 10 toes face forwards. And let your feet be about hips width distance. So bring your palms down as well and let your fingers face your feet. Spread through the fingers wide. On the next inhale, press into the feet, lift your hips up. As you exhale, you might let your head fall back. 2 big breaths here. Bring your seat back down to the block. Let yourself take a little rest. One more reverse tabletop. Lift your hips up, breathe in. Exhale, you might let your head fall back as well. Pressing down through the feet. Bring the hips down to your block. Gonna keep everything the same. Just pinch your shoulder blades together and lift your chest up. You might even start to bend your elbows a little bit more straight back. So we're just getting into the front of the shoulders a little bit more here. It's very subtle, just kind of opening the chest forwards by squeezing the shoulder blades, and then you might even bend the elbows back just a little bit. Breathing deep. I said it's subtle, but it might not feel subtle, and that's okay. One more breath in. And out. Right, you're gonna come forwards, just walk your hands forwards towards your feet. Remove the block from underneath you. Bring your feet together, wrap your arms around the front of your shins, and bring your forehead all the way down to your knees. Just take a couple breaths here to rest. I'm going to transition here. So I'm gonna come to lay down on the belly. So you can just kind of drop your legs and find your belly whichever way feels nice for you. I'm just gonna come into a plank pose personally and just lower myself all the way down. I'm going to find some locust poses here. So bring your arms on either side of your waist. Let your fingertips face the back of the room and turn your head to one side. Just feeling the weight of the body here. On your next inhale, lift the chest, look forwards, lift your arms and your legs. Again, squeeze the shoulder blades together, reaching the fingertips towards the back of the room. You might even point the toes. Keep lifting your legs. Find an inhale and an exhale. Strong belly here. Breathe in and breathe out. Release. Back down to the mat. Turn your head to the opposite direction. And you might just sway your hips a little side to side. Great. Another locust pose. Inhale, come on up. Lift the chest, arms, and legs. Squeezing shoulder blades together. And tucking the chin just slightly so that the back of the neck is nice and long. Let's breathe. Inhale. And exhale. You might interlace all 10 fingers here. That might feel nice. Another breath in. And out. Release everything. Turn your head to the opposite side. And sway the hips. Right, we got one more here. So either you'll take a locust pose or you'll take a bow pose. So for bow pose, bend your knees and grab onto the outsides of your ankles or the outsides of your feet. And as you're ready, kick the legs straight back and lift the chest forwards. See if you can keep kicking the legs back. See if you can find length in your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Strong belly here, breathing in and out. Last inhale. Exhale, release. Turn your head to the opposite side and sway the hips. Bring your hands down underneath your shoulders and bring your hips back to your heels. We're gonna set up for camel pose. So I want you to come up to sit, grab your blanket, unfold it so that it's pretty flat. Place it down on the mat and come to sit on your shins in Virasana where we started. Camel pose. Come to sit up on your knees. So now your knees are underneath your hips, right? Curl the toes underneath your feet. Okay. Bring your hands to the small of your back. Let your palms press into your low back, okay? And then squeeze the shoulder blades together. Like bring your elbows close together, right? And then just begin to broaden through your chest as you push your hips forwards. Okay, this is camel pose. You can stay here and breathe just a little bit, maybe 3 breaths. Keeping the back of the neck long here to start. Just really focusing on opening the chest and pressing the hips forwards. One more inhale. And exhale, you can kind of bring the hips back a few inches, release the hands, untuck the toes, and come to sit down in hero's pose, just resting for a breath or two. Round 2, come to sit up on your knees. Curl the toes underneath the feet once again. Same setup, bring the hands to the small of your back. Now you can go ahead and come into the same thing we just did. That is great. You don't have to go any further than that to get the benefits of the pose. If you want, you'll begin to lean back a little bit more. You might even let your head fall back here. You might let your gaze find the back wall. Keep pressing the hips forwards. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Tuck the chin in towards the chest first. Slowly make your way back to a neutral spine. Untuck the toes and come to sit down on your shins. Time to find a rest. Alright, one more. Come to sit up on the knees. Curl the toes underneath the feet. Same setup. Hands come to the small of the back. Press the hips forwards. Begin to lean back. Open through the chest. Let your head fall back. Now, if this is feeling pretty accessible and you're feeling like you want to take one step further, bring your hands down to the backs of your heels. See if you can hang here for 5 breaths. Wherever you are is perfect. Focus on your breath. Focus on pressing the hips forward. Focus on really engaging the belly to protect your low back. 2 more breaths. Tuck the chin in towards the chest first. Bring your hands back to your low back. Great. Now bring yourself into a neutral spine and come to sit on your shins. Take a rest. Ooh. Really feel the effects of the back bend on the body. Notice any changes in your breath, your state of mind. Find a seated spinal twist when you're ready. So you're gonna shift your hips to the left side and then bring your right foot on the outside of your left thigh. Okay. You're gonna bring your arms to face upwards here. Take a breath in. And then on the exhale, hook your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. I'm gonna bring my right hand behind me as kind of a kickstand support. Sit your spine up nice and tall. Find a breath in. Exhale, twisting to the right. If you're finding your right hip is lifting up quite a bit, see about extending the left leg forwards. So when you extend your left leg forwards, both hip points are really able to ground down into the mat, which is kind of nice. So wherever you are, we'll take one more breath in and out. Bring the chest forwards first, and then we'll find a quick counter twist, bringing both hands to the left side and dropping the head down. Great. We're gonna keep the legs crossed here. We're just gonna make a quick little modification. So you have one of two options. You can either bring your right shin in front of your left shin in like a crisscross applesauce shape, with both shins down on your mat, or you can find a half lotus by bringing the outside of your right foot to the inside of your left hip crease. So one or the other. Grab one of your blocks and place it down in front of you. We're gonna fold forwards over the legs. So the forehead might come down to the block on maybe the middle setting to start. And we'll just be here for about 5 breaths. Begin to come out of the fold, walk the hands backwards, press yourself up to sit. You can extend both legs forwards, uncross the legs, and just pat out the knees on your mat here. Kind of wiggle the feet and the legs around a little bit. And we'll find seated spinal twist on the left side. So we're gonna bend the right leg first and then place the left foot on the outside of the right thigh. Bring both arms up overhead. Feel the spine grow up nice and tall. Find a breath in. Exhale, hook the right elbow on the outside of your left thigh. Bring your left hand down to the ground behind you. I like to tent up on my fingertips for like a little extra length. You want your spine to be nice and tall here. So nice straight spine. Find a breath in. And then on the exhale, go ahead and twist to the left, any amount. So focusing more on the integrity of the spine, so keeping the spine nice and tall, rather than focusing on how deep the twist is. As you inhale, you might imagine the spine becoming really long, really tall. And then as you exhale, you might feel the twist move just a millimeter deeper. Two more breaths here. Move forward to undo the twist and find a counter twist to the right side. Tent upon the fingertips of both hands and just gently twist to the right. Drop the head down. Bring the torso forwards. We're gonna find either the crisscross applesauce shape with the left shin in front, or you'll find a half lotus shape by placing the outside of your left foot to the inside of your right hip crease. Have your block nearby, and as you're ready, fold forwards over the legs. The block is there for you, any setting that feels supportive. It might feel nice to bring the forehead all the way down to the mat. Relaxing your jaw. Noticing sensation arising in the body. And take one more deep breath in and out. Make your way up to sit. Take your time. And we will uncross the legs, extending both legs forwards, just patting out the knees a bit here. And we will find Shavasana, so you can go ahead and lay down on the back. When you're ready, I like to fold up my blanket and use it as a pillow. So you might do that. Go ahead and lay back. Your blocks are there, so if you want to take less traditional Shavasana and bring the soles of the feet together, and then place the blocks in the middle setting underneath your knees. That can feel really nice. So I'm kind of like tipping the blocks inwards, just slightly, creating a little shelf for the outsides of my legs. Just taking any last minute adjustments that you need to come into complete stillness here. Once you do feel settled in your final resting position, I'd like to invite your awareness to come back to the heart space. And one of the qualities of the heart is gratitude. As you begin to take some deep rest, it might feel nice to find some gratitude for your body here. Really resting in feeling thankful for everything your body just did for you during your movement practice. I encourage you to continue resting here for as long as you can. When you do feel ready to come out of Shavasana, please take your time. Move slowly. I want to thank you for joining me today. And this will be the end of the video. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.